What's going on, dudes? Deathstrider here, and we're going to be doing a tips and tricks video. This video is just to help get a head start in the beginning of Fallout 4, so let's get started. So the first tip is in Sanctuary Hills at your house. Right after you exit Vault 111, you want to head back to your house, as there's two items in there that you need. The first item is this comic book, Gorgnak the Barbarian. What this comic book does is your critical hits with unarmed and melee attacks are permanently increased by 5%. If you collect all of them, you'll get a huge boost to melee. The second one, you want to go to Sean's room and pick up this book called Your Special. What this book does is, it allows you to increase any of your special perks, so like strength, perception, endurance, intelligence, charisma, agility, and luck by 1 point. Which is kind of good for if you put like 7 points at the beginning of the game into like luck or charisma. It allows you to increase it by 1 more for free. And the last tip for Sanctuary Hills is right behind this blue house over here is Root Cellar. The Root Cellar has junk, health items, a gold bar, and a safe in there. So it's good for you just want to get some items. Next tip is this VATS trick. I'm going to teach you how to use VATS, but with not actually using any action points, because in the game, VATS is a system that increases your accuracy and makes it so it's pinpoint. It requires action points. Action points is what's used to sprint, fly, all that stuff. So I'm going to teach you a trick of how to use VATS without actually using any action points. So what you want to do is, you want to go into VATS, but you don't select any body parts to shoot. What you want to do is you want to push B and right trigger straight away, like I just did. So let's just wait for Codsworth to get his health back. Once he does, we'll do it again. So, okay, let's do it again. So you go into VATS. Sorry, hold up. You go into VATS, you push B and then right trigger, and your character will instantly hit them. See? If I just shot normally, I probably would have missed. But since I was in VATS, it automatically aimed the gun at it, so I instantly hit him because it's already aimed there. So let's do it again, just so I can prove it. He had full health, now he's got half health. So I'm going to look away, and we'll do it again. Boom, there we go, headshot. Hit marker. And now, okay, easy loot. At the beginning of the game, Fallout, once you leave Sanctuary Hills, there is a dead raider on the ground next to a dead dog. He has some items on him. Depending on what level you are when you first pick it up, he might only have a shotgun, shell, stim packs, and that's it. Right now he does have stim packs, but he does have a lot of ammo. I'm not going to pick up that weapon because I don't need it. That's not the only thing I was saying about easy loot. If you look at here at the statue, there's a duffel bag right here. This duffel bag has random items in it. For me, it has ammo, money, and a gun or two. So yeah. Next one is the Sentry Bot / Fat Man. Located here on the map. At the top right, just northeast of Sanctuary Hills, there's a robotics disposal yard. In this yard is two things. Once you go in, you'll see a Sentry Bot, which is right down here. On the right of him is a chest with random loot. This Sentry Bot is not a normal Sentry Bot, it's a combat prototype, meaning it wasn't fully used and it was just a prototype. So yeah, there's a fusion core here and military grade chest, but the real prize is behind him. So if you go behind him, there is this, the Fat Man. This thing launches mini nukes, but at the beginning of the game you probably won't have any mini nukes, but I do, because I cheated. So so after this, you want to go back up to the house. You want to go up the house so you can get this comic book, which gives you a new paint job for your power armor, and you also want to access this terminal. This terminal has a thing that will allow you to control that Sentry Bot. What you want to do is you want to play the tape. After playing the tape, you want to read it and then click Activate Sentry Bot. Once you activate it, click Yes. After clicking Yes, you want to exit out and you want to pick up the whole tape so you can use it later. So you just want to pick it up, after picking it up, you can access it on your Pip-Boy. So if you go outside and you go to the sentry bot, he's now activated. So that's that. So now you have a sentry bot of you. You can either blow him up and get 2 fusion cores, or keep him with you. The next one is a free power armor just southeast of the disposal yard, or west of the east of the disposal yard, and northeast of Red Rocket Truck Stop, located here on the map. So the way you see it, when you go out to the disposal yard, you want to look for a crashed vertibird, that thing in the background. And so this power armor has random parts on it, so you might not have T51, you might have T45, T60, all that stuff. Next one, fusion core and safe. In Red Rocket Truck Stop, there's a safe and a fusion core around the back of it. So if you go around the right, down here, there is a cave. And this cave, it's located right here, that green thing right there. The cave is called Mole Rat Den. What's in this den is, of course, mole rats. And what the mole rats do is attack you. They're annoying. So if you come here before taking Sanctuary, before making Red Rocket Truck Stop a place to build, you can probably eliminate all these quicker than having to deal with like 8 of them up above the surface.
Hey, little buddy.
So after killing the mole rats, you want to head right to this spot right here. When you see that little generator on the ground next to it, there's a fusion core, which is good for when you want to use power armor at the beginning of the game. On the right is a pipe pistol, a note, and 2 bullets. After pick up the fusion core, you want to head through this cave. After doing that, you'll find a harder mole rat. As you can see, I have terrible aim, but you find a harder mole rat who's guarding something. So if you go to where he was guarding, there is a safe right there. This safe is random loot in it, and if you have bobby pins at the beginning of the game, well, you can get some pretty easy loot. Like, it has money and possibly armor, weapons. Now, this tip is make so you can build for as much as you want. At the top right, you can't see it because the writing's blocking it, but it says size, and size is, once it's full, it means you can't build anymore. So this trick, to build as much as you want to drop any weapon you have on the ground and store it. Once you store it, the size bar will go down a little bit each time. Because you're not actually destroying something, but you're getting rid of something that's in the settlement. When you scrap a random item in the settlement, it will reduce the size of that settlement. So if you just put weapons on the ground and store them, you're getting rid of size in the settlement, making it easier to build because you have more room to build, as well as you can build a lot more. So as you see, when I scrap these tires, the size doesn't go down at all unless I like scrap 8 of them. So after doing that, there's nothing really else about this tip, but it is really helpful when you want to make an awesome fortress, which I've been doing a lot, and this tip really helped me. I hope it helps you as well. See, I'm scrapping a lot, and the size doesn't go down unless I store weapons. So that's that. I'm just going to demonstrate it again one last time. Oh, never mind. Okay, this is the last tip. It's about getting adhesive. In the game, adhesive is a rare substance. Is basically used to make anything, like weapons, like upgrade weapons, upgrade armor, all that sort of stuff. So I found an easier way to do that. Since instead of going out searching for it, you can just make vegetable starch, which provides 5 adhesive. What it requires is 3 potatoes, 3 corn, and 3 mut fruit, and some water. And the purified water is not that hard to get. All you gotta build is a water pump, So that's pretty easy. So once you make it the vegetable starch, you now have 5 extra adhesive. So literally, if you just plant those plants and tell your settlers to look after them, and you harvest them, you can just make as much adhesive as you want. The only thing you'll really need to go find is aluminium. So that's all the tips I've got for today. I hope you find them useful. If you didn't, well, then I don't know what you're going to find useful. Deathstrider out.